a fateful day in Las Vegas. Such a long, long time ago, and yet I remember it as if it were yesterday. It was March 17th, 2015. I was minding my own business, Bill's liquor store. And not unusual, you see a lot of people walking around in green costumes. When, all of a sudden, the door opened. Someone walked in. It was a biker. Mr. Storekeeper, I'm in a quandary. I looked outside. It looked more like a Mercedes-Benz. He introduced himself as Johnny, but I could tell it was Justin Bieber. Johnny, what can I do for you? I'll take a bottle of Jack Daniels. Sir, we do not sell Jack Daniels here. This is a liquor store, home of the all-day sucker. I'll take 2 of those. Promptly I gave Johnny 2 suckers, and we walked outside. What can I do? He says, I was with a friend. Her name is Taylor. She hit a deer and it's laying on the tracks. I could tell that Johnny was going to be no good. He had just barely started licking that sucker. I walked over to the tracks to measure the situation. On the tracks, I saw the deer lying face down. And he told me his friend Taylor had been driving the car. I looked at Taylor. She looked a little familiar. Taylor? Swiftly. Change Taylor, swiftly. Taylor changed into a nurse's costume to come to my aid. I looked up in the sky and I saw a buzzard flying high above, circling. Was it too late? No. What can I do? I know. I'm a Toastmaster. I can do anything. At that time, the buzzard landed on the deer. He said, I am no ordinary buzzard. I am Conrad, the California condor. And I am the advocate of all animals near extinction. I am here to help, and I brought a friend. Just at that time, Dr. Phil came into the picture. Dr. Phil looked at me and said, I can help. I've helped many, many innocent deer off the wrong tracks of life. And I brought a friend, the mighty and powerful Oz. Dr. Phil, you mean you brought the Wizard of Oz? No, who would believe that tall tale? I brought Dr. Oz. And a book signing goes home. Dr. Oz looked at me and says, we can assess this. First of all, this is no deer. It's a moose. And we must get the moose off the track unless we want to have a moose steak here. What can I do? What can I do to assist? We all held hands. And he said, chant after me. There's no place like Zone. There's no place like Zone. There's no place like Zone. As we lifted the bear, lifted the moose off the track. At that very moment, train rumbled by just in time. I looked in the corner of my eye, and I saw the conductor take out his wand, wave it. The moose looked up, scampered away, and then slowly turned and came back, as if to say thank you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why the buck stopped here.